Hi everyone, good evening. It's me again, Ara. So since Miss Dexy Gaihe already started the discussion about the yoga as an Indian heritage, I will be the one who will continue to discuss about that. Now let's move on to the number 3. We have the Upanishadic period. The real basis of yoga is found in Upanishads. Prana and others are important topics discussed in Upanishads. Various yogic practice and their physiological effects are mentioned in Upanishads. The Upanishadic period is the time when ancient Indian texts called Upanishads were written. These writings form the real foundation of yoga. They talk about prana, which means life energy, and nadis, energy channels in the body. The Upanishads also describe different yoga practice and explain how they affect the body and mind. Number 4. Epic period during 1000 to 600 BC. Ramayana and Mahabharata are the vital source of information about various types of yogic practice which were used during that period. Bhagavad Gita deals with 3 paths of yoga, namely Dhyan, Bhakti, and Karma. The epic period, 1000 to 600 BC, was when great Indian epics like the Ramayana and Mahabharata were written. These stories contain important information about the types of yoga practice at that time. In the Bhagavad Gita, part of the Mahabharata, there are 3 main paths of yoga are explained. So we have here Gyan Yoga, which means the path of knowledge, Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion, and last, Karma Yoga, the path of selfless action. Number 5, we have the Sutra period. Maharishi Patanjali gave Yoga Sutra approximately in 147 BC. Yoga Sutra is divided into 4 parts. Maharishi Patanjali described Ashtanga Yoga or 8 limbs of yoga. The scriptures related to Buddhism and Jainism reveal that yoga was also a main part of life of the people. The Sutra period was around 147 BC when Maharishi Patanjali wrote the Yoga Sutra. This text is divided into 4 parts and explain Ashtanga Yoga, which means the 8 steps of limbs of yoga. Buddhist and Jain scriptures from this time also show that yoga was an important part of daily life for many people. Sixth, we have the Smriti period. The Indian pronunciation of the word is Smriti. So Smritis were written till about 1000 AD. During this period, we find various changes in ideas, beliefs, worship, and customs. Pranayama and other purification techniques were used in many religious rituals. The Smriti period lasted until about 1000 AD. During this time, there were many changes in people's ideas, beliefs, ways of worship, and customs. Pranayama, which means breathing exercise, and other cleansing techniques became part of many religious rituals. 7th, medieval period. During this period, the 2 cults named Nata cult and Bhakti cult were very famous. Hatha Yoga was evolved and was very popular under the Natha cult. Saints of this period were following yoga also. The medieval period was when 2 main groups, the Nata cult and the Bhakti cult, became very popular. During this time, Hatha Yoga developed and became well known, especially in the Nata cult. Many saints also of this period practiced yoga as part of their spiritual life. 8th, modern period. Swami Vivekananda, Yogananda, Maharishi Raman, Sri Aurobindo played important role in spreading yoga out of India. Yogacharya, BKS Iyengar, Baba Ramdev has inspired millions of Indians and foreigners to use yoga to make them healthy and release mental stress and tension. The modern period is when yoga began spreading from India to the rest of the world. Leaders like Swami Vivekananda, Yogananda, Maharishi Raman, and Sri Aurobindo helped introduce yoga internationally. BKS Yinger and Baba Ramdev inspired millions of people to use yoga for better health and to reduce mental stress and tension. At 69th session of UN General Assembly in New York on 27/9/2014, PM of India urged the need to celebrate the International Yoga Day for the harmony and peace in the world. 21st June declared as International Yoga Day by United Nations. First International Yoga Day was celebrated on 21st June 2015. Now let's move on to the yoga practice. So the yoga practice consists of postures or asanas that is strengthen, stretch, and align the body. Each posture requires combining the mind, body, and breathing practice. Bursma and Visher, 2003, children are natural yogas, taking a moment to breathe, relax, or stretch that will leave students calm, alert, and ready to learn. Yoga class as a warm-up or motivational one. Short yoga exercise as a welcome break or pick-me-up in a classroom setting. A gift, even in military classes, many soldiers are provided regular yoga classes in their military camps, said Nelson 2006. National Standards for Physical Education or NASPE 2004. Yoga creates opportunities for children to explore movement with a variety of postures that can be fun and challenging. It also enhances the physical and psychological health of the body. Next, let's have the contribution of yoga to Indian knowledge system. First, we have the spiritual growth. Yoga helps people find inner peace and self-discipline, which is very true. Better health. It keeps the body fit and the mind calm through exercises and breathing techniques. Stress relief. Yoga reduces stress and improves focus and happiness. Good values. It teaches kindness, honesty, and self-control for a better life. Worldwide popularity. Yoga has made India famous globally and helps people live healthier lives because yoga is not yoga without a reason. Yoga's role in wellness. The yoga can keep the body healthy. Yoga improves flexibility, strength, and overall physical fitness. Reduce stress. Breathing exercise and meditation help calm the mind and lower stress levels. Improves focus. Yoga enhances concentration, memory, and mental clarity. Promotes emotional balance. It helps in managing emotions, reducing anxiety, and increasing happiness. Improves sleep and relaxation. Regular practice helps the body relax and improve sleep quality. Boost immunity. Yoga strengthens the immune system and helps prevent illnesses. Kinds of yoga. There are basically 4 paths which all lead to the same goal, the attainment of the ultimate reality. These paths are Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Raha Yoga. So the Karma Yoga is the yoga of action, Bhakti Yoga is the yoga of devotion, Jnana Yoga is the yoga of knowledge, and Raha Yoga is the royal yoga path. And last is the Hatha Yoga, which means the physical yoga. Now let's move on to the eightfold path of Patanjali or Ashtanga Yoga. There are 2 parts of it, which are the external parts and the internal parts. Let's have the external part first, and their focuses. Yama, restraints. Niyama, observance, asana, body postures, pranayama, regulation of breath, and last, the pratyahara, abstraction of senses. Now let's have the internal parts. Dharana, concentration. Dhyana, focus on the meditation. And last, the samadhi is the self-realization. Now let's talk about it one by one. First, let's have the yama, means moral restraints or ethical guidelines for how we treat others. Just think of yama as things you should not do to live a good and mindful life. Now, let's talk about under the yama and rules of social discipline. First, we have the ahimsa, non-harming, satya, truthfulness, astya, non-stealing, brahmacharya, continence, and aparigraha, non-possessiveness. Observance or niyama. Niyama in yoga philosophy means positive duties or personal observance. Basically, the things you should do to live a disciplined, meaningful life. Sauch, cleanliness, santosh, contentment, tapa, austerity, svadhyaya, inner exploration, and isvar paranidhan, surrender to God. Now let's talk about the asana, focuses on the body posture. Asana is the Sanskrit word for posture, and they have classification. First, we have the meditative postures. For example, Padmasana. So what is Padmasana in English? Padmasana in English means lotus pose like this. Siddhasana means accomplished pose. For the relaxing postures, we have the Shavasana or corpse pose and Makarasana, crocodile pose. For the cultural postures, we have the Bhujangasana or cobra pose, Ostrasana or camel pose. Pranayama or regulation of breath. Pranayama means a pause in the movement of breath. For getting success in pranayama, perfection in practice of asana is prerequisite. Some important practice of pranayama are Ujjayi, Brahmari, Bhastrika, and Shitali. So what are the benefits of it? The regulation of breath or pranayama gives to body lightness and turning away of the sense from material objects. It increases the spiritual power and confers cheerfulness and inner peace. The meditation or dhyana. Dhyanam nirvishayamana, that state of the mind wherein there are no vishayas or sensory thoughts, is a meditation. Thuladhyana, contemplation of the image. Shokshma dhyana means contemplation of the serpent power. And last, Jyotirdhyana is the contemplation of the internally aroused light in the higher stage of meditation. What are the benefits of dhyana or meditation? It is a meditation whereby practitioner realizes himself. Through meditation is usually recognized as a largely spiritual practice. It also has many health benefits. It leads to a deeper level of relaxation, reduces anxiety, and decreases muscle tension and headaches. Wow, so meditation really has a good impact to our health. So since you already know the benefits of meditation, start meditate now. Next, let's have the Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga ensures physical health and harmony. It also prerequisite for concentration, meditation, and self-realization. So there are a lot of parts of Hatha Yoga. First, we have the Shatkarma, which means the cleansing process, Asana, body postures, Mudra, gesture for energy control, Pratyahara, abstraction of senses, Pranayama, regulation of breath, Dhyana, mediation, and Samadhi is the self-realization. Now let's have a look about the Shatkarma or 6 cleansing processes in English. First, we have the Daute. So the Daute is the cleansing of abdomen, teeth, tongue, ear for the elimination of impurities and increasing their efficiency. We have the second one, baste. It is performed for cleansing of bowel. It is helpful in removing many diseases, abdomen and spleen. Nete, cleansing of nasal canal. It is useful for the treatment of many diseases of head and neck. Naule, abdominal massage. By unifying and rotating abdominal rectus muscles, it intensifies gastric fire. Trataka, gazing an object without blinking, it provides excellent vision. And last, kapalbate means purification and vitalization of the frontal lobes of the head. It removes disorders of phlegm. Next, let's talk about the pratyahara or obstruction of sense in English. Pratyahara is the withdrawal of the senses of cognition and action from both the external world and the impressions in the mind field. The benefit of it is as a result of this abstraction, there is complete mastery of the sense organs. Concentration or dharana. Concentration is the process of holding or fixing the attention of mind onto one object or place. Benefit is, by this practice, mind attains the ability to be focused on object of contemplation. And last, we have the samadhi or self-realization. Samadhi is the deep absorption wherein only the essence of that object, place, or point shines forth in the mind. According to Hatha Yoga, rousing of Kundalini and its union with Seva at the Sahasrara chakra is the final stage of Samadhi and Mukti. So, in Hatha Yoga, this means that the ultimate goal of yoga is to awaken a special spiritual energy called Kundalini. Kundalini is believed to rest at the base of the spine. So, through yoga practice like postures, breathing, and meditation, this energy rise up through the body's chakras or energy centers. When it reach the Sahasrara chakra or the crown of the head, again, the crown of the head, it unites with Shiva. So what is Shiva? It is the pure consciousness or divine energy. This union brings samadhi or a deep state of spiritual awareness and mukti, liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Again, that is the mukti. In simple words, it's like the mind and spirit becoming one with the highest form of peace and freedom. So that's all for today, future educators. And once again, our body is the home we live in for our whole life. So it's important to take good care of it. Bisag unsa ta kabisi. Padayon, future educators. Thank you so much for listening.